spend the weekend shuttling your kids to hours of activities, whether it's swimming, soccer, or lacrosse, or whatever.
You give up vacations and holidays with families so your kids don't miss a game or a practice.
And with 30 million kids enrolled in at least one sport, it's become a regular way of life for American families. Kind of like this scene from The Blind Side.
Everybody at Wingate is expecting you to be a star football player. You don't want to let them down, do you?
No, no.
What about Dad and Mom? Because you see, in our family, everyone's an athlete. Dad was a basketball star. Collins plays volleyball and runs track. And me, well, as you know, I do it all. And Mom, well, Mom was a cheerleader, which doesn't exactly count, but don't tell her I said that.
Love that movie. Okay, so in the long run, what are the effects of sports on your kids, and how does all that dedication affect their lives?
Sports psychologist Leah Lagos is here, along with the head coach of the women's lacrosse team at St. Johns Hopkins.
At Johns Hopkins.
Saint. Hello.
Well, it is, you know what?
She is a saint at Johns Hopkins University. Janine Tucker.
And St. John's in Annapolis,
I got
lacrosse
confused.
is huge there, so it's very easy
But
to
Johns
mistake.
Hopkins is, yes. Okay, ladies,
hey, nice to see you.
how are you?
Nice to see
All
you
right,
too.
so a lot of kids have a dream, and they dream that one day they're going to play for you, and that they're going to end up playing pro, and it's what drives and motivates them. Sometimes that can be a letdown for kids.
Sure, it sure
Yeah,
can, but
yeah.
Leah and I have got to tell you, we're
Tell
so
us.
excited to be here.
You
and
are?
you two
Thrilled.
are just gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
Gorgeous. So
They
now
already
we
saved
can
the
talk about-
series.
We love them.
Thank
It
you,
can
sweetie.
be a letdown, but
Yeah.
it's good to have a dream
Yeah.
and to have something to work towards. So I think that it's awesome to have a dream and for parents to support that dream, but it has to be done in a healthy, balanced way.
Yeah, meaning
How
what?
do you know when it's not healthy and it's not balanced?
When it's
Doctor?
not healthy, the child is tired, they're having tantrums. You feel tired as a parent. It's a big indicator. If you're
Yeah.
feeling exhausted, it's really likely that your child is feeling exhausted too.
But as a coach, you've got to get your best, the best performance out of your kids.
Absolutely.
So, and you want them to go home,
Happy.
get a better night's sleep, and not
Be
to,
happy.
yeah. So it seems like a real
Well, here's the
battle.
funny thing. I played basketball in high school, and I loved it. And I thought about playing in college, and I went for one practice, and I totally got flattened. Now, I was no good. I wasn't going to make it. But I would never, ever have given up what I went through in high school playing like that. And what benefits do kids get from playing these kinds of sports?
Oh, there's tremendous benefits from playing sports. First
Yeah.
of all, you learn how to communicate with a lot of different personalities. You know how to handle a great win and a devastating loss.
Yeah.
You have to be, win with class and lose with graciousness.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that you are benefiting from by playing on a team, but it's a lot of ups and downs.
Right.
And I think that that's something kids have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
The emotional regulation issue is huge. Learning to cope with pressure, deal with loss, learning that a loss is sometimes as important as a win because you're learning to be resilient.
But
Yeah,
we
I
are
love
teaching
that.
a culture where everybody gets a prize
Yeah.
and everybody
What do you
gets
guys
a
think of that?
reward.
What do you think of that?
I think it's devastating to the growth of young children these
Yeah.
days. I think you have to learn how to fight and battle and never give up.
Right.
And I also agree with that, and I believe as a parent, you have to give honest, genuine feedback. If your son just struck out for 3 innings, don't be disingenuous and say that was a great game.
Well, what about
Look at
Rudy?
their-
What about Rudy? Rudy just had heart. You know the movie?
Yes.
He wasn't going to be the player, but he had
That's
guts,
right.
and it changed
And
him.
as a parent, it's so important to look at the guts and say, it might have been a tough game out there, but gosh, I admire your poise and your confidence and your resilience to stick with it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I think it's I think sports. We were just talking to Ted over there, and he said that sports transformed his life.
Yeah,
and it created who he
so
is
many
today
things.
because of it.
Absolutely.
Ladies,
You're
thank you.
adorable.
Good luck to your lacrosse team.
Yes.
Thank you.
At Johns
Thank you.
Hopkins. Thanks,
Thank you
ladies,
very
so
much.
much.